This is the man who lived the same day forever. Every time he woke up, it was the same date, the same time, and the same weather. When this man checked his phone, it said 6:18 a.m. on March 13th, 2011. But that wasn't even the weirdest thing. Every single day, he would walk to work, have a near accident on the stairs, spill coffee all over some documents, get yelled at by his boss, find a $20 bill on the sidewalk, eat a hot dog for lunch, and then ride the subway home, where he would watch TV until he went to sleep. And then when he woke up, it would be 6:18 a.m. on March 13th, again. At first, he thought it was a dream. But after a few weeks, he started to get worried. Why were the same things happening over and over again? Was he going crazy? Was someone controlling him? Or was there some kind of scientific explanation, like maybe a black hole or an alternate dimension? On the 47th day of March, he decided he had enough. He didn't want to live like this anymore. So when the clock struck 6:18, he did something different. Instead of getting out of bed, he stayed under the covers. Then, when his alarm went off, he hit snooze. For the first time in 47 days, he wasn't immediately confronted with the dreadful reality of his situation. Maybe if he slept in, something else would happen, something better. But when he finally got up, it was still March 13th. He checked his phone. It was 7:32 a.m. He looked out the window. The sun was shining, birds were tweeting, and the hot dog vendor had already set up shop on the corner. Every instinct in his body screamed at him to run, to hide, to do anything to avoid the events that were about to unfold. But his feet felt heavy, like they were filled with lead. He couldn't move. He tried to convince himself that this time things would be different. Maybe he wouldn't spill coffee all over the important documents. Maybe his boss would give him a raise. Maybe the $20 bill wouldn't be a fake. Maybe the hot dog vendor would give him free mustard. But no matter how much he wished for things to change, everything was exactly the same. He spilled coffee all over the documents, got yelled at by his boss, found a fake $20 bill, ate a hot dog, rode the subway and went to sleep, only to wake up again at 6:18 a.m. on March 13th. At this point, he was desperate. If he couldn't change the day, then he might as well make the most of it. So the next time the same day began, he bought a lottery ticket and won 100. Then he took the money to the racetrack and bet it all on a long shot. The horse won, and he made enough money to buy a brand new car. After a while, people started to notice. They saw him win the same arguments with the same people, make the same mistakes, say the same lines, eat the same foods. And the more they saw him, the more they realized that they too were stuck reliving the same moments over and over again. The entire city was trapped in a time loop, and the scariest part was that nobody knew why. Just when our hero was starting to feel like he was finally in control, like he was the puppet master, pulling the strings of fate, the ground beneath him started to shake. The buildings began to collapse, the streets cracked, and the sky turned a deep shade of red. As the world around him descended into chaos, he noticed a man standing on top of a nearby building. The man had a maniacal grin on his face and was holding a remote control in his hand. Then everything went black. When he woke up, it was still 6:18 a.m. on March 13th. The city was destroyed, and the man from the building was standing over him. He pressed a button on the remote, and the world exploded again. Then he pressed another button, and everything went black again, and again and again and again. As this happened over and over, he realized the terrifying truth. The man in the building wasn't just controlling the city. He was controlling time itself. And he had been doing it all along. But why? The answer was simple. The man simply wanted to live the same day forever. And now he had made sure that everyone else would have to as well.